Hi guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing the next part of my ribbon bound journal tutorial, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how I make the journals to go in the journal. So these are the actual like writing page journals. And again, I got this idea from Gail, and these papers are digitals from Tailor Made Journals on Etsy. She has this beautiful collection. One of them is avocado dyed, and then the other one is purple cabbage dyed, and they're just so pretty. And I used this for the backs of some of the ephemera pieces in Tina's kit. So I thought, well, I'll make them the covers for my journals. So I have 3 of those, and I cut them down to 7 5/8 tall this way, because that's the height I want for the inside of my journal. So you would just want to cut them to whatever height you want them to be. And then they are 10 inches across, which will give me a journal that is 4 1/2 inches. Yes, 4 1/2 inches once it's folded, with a 1 inch little piece, spine piece that we will that's where we'll poke our punch our holes. Okay, so I'll show you. So basically what you want to do is, after you have your pieces cut, and I use cardstock for this because it's just, you know, it holds up better as a cover. You could use, you know, yeah, you could use whatever you want, but in this case I printed it out on cardstock. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have 2 of the purple be the outside covers, and then one of them will be the avocado dyed. So you need your scoreboard, or just however you fold things, and just decide kind of what you want your front cover to be. It doesn't matter a whole lot, but if you're using a paper that has, you know, a pattern that has an up and a down, just, you know, make sure you're paying attention to that. So we have 10 inches here, and I know that I want a 1 inch strip on the end to use for punching my holes. So that leaves us with 9 inches. So if we score this at 4 1/2, okay, that gives us our journal cover. And you can do this one of 2 ways, and I actually mix it up in my journals, but I'll show you a little better when we're poking the holes. But you can put it in your journal this way so that it opens like this, okay? Or you can put it in this way so that when you flip the page, it opens like this. That wasn't very clever, or you know, good way of showing that. So I will show you better when we put it together. But let's go ahead and do the next one. And again, I don't think it really matters in my case with the paper, but we're just going to score at 4 1/2. All right, and that's simple. We have our 3 journal covers. Now, I did not ink these ahead of time. I will do that later. I don't need to do it right now. So what we want to do is come up with another strip to fold in half to put over top of this. And I had something here, and now I can't find it. So I'm gonna pause this for a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, I decided I'm gonna use this really pretty bright orange cardstock to make my spine pieces, because it goes really well with the purple, and I think it looks beautiful with that avocado dyed color as well. So what you want to do is cut this down. So I know that the height of my journals is 7 5/8, And then we know that this is 1 inch, but what I'm gonna do is make my strips 1.5 inches so that they don't get in the way. When I fold them in half, they'll be 3/4 inch. Does that make sense? Or actually, yeah, no, that's right. That's right. I'll show you. Okay, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's cut this down. So we want 7 5/8 for our height, for sure. And then I want 3 1.5 inch strips. And then I'll show you. So 1, 2, 3. And then we'll get our scoreboard. And since these are 1.5 inches, we know we want to score that the halfway point will be 3/4 inch. So let's do that real quick. I say real quick, but when I try to score quickly, I always mess it up. So, all right. And this is the only reason we're doing this, is to just give a little more stability to whatever paper you've chosen for your journal cover. Okay, it's not, we're gonna actually butt these right up as opposed to leaving space this time. So that's the reason that I cut them shorter than this space, because I don't want anything getting in the way of being able to open and close the journal. Okay, so I am just going to glue these on, and like I said, I'm going to butt them right up to the edge of the paper. So just like that, I'm gonna do that to the other two, but I won't make you watch that part. So I will cut this out and then I'll be back and we will choose our papers and actually put our journals together. Okay, so I have finished gluing all my spines onto my journals. And those are drying, so I'm just going to sit those out of the way. Now, if you remember, we have 4.5 inches this way and 7 5/8 tall. So I cut all of my journal pages 4 inches wide and 7 3/8 inches tall, just so everything kind of fits inside. That's how I like to do it. If you have a different way you like to do that, it's completely up to you. This is what I chose. I chose some of these coffee filters that I had dyed with crepe paper and black cherry Kool-Aid, just because I like how they look. I have this beautiful dyed paper from my friend Pat, and again, I'm not sure what she used to dye this. It might have been grape Kool-Aid. but regardless, I love it. But I only have 2 sheets, so it'll only go in 2 of our signatures. And then I have 2 sets of my black cherry Kool-Aid and purple crepe paper so we'll do those in 2 sections. And then I have some graph paper, some just, you know, lined paper, some of Dee Dee's gorgeous purple paper that I want to use, and then some pink forms. What are these? These are, yeah, I don't know, they're forms of some sort. So I thought I would put those in there. And I did check, because these are part of a 3-part like carbon copy set, and I put the offcuts. I made sure that it wouldn't, if you write on top of it, it won't write through. I didn't get it to do that. It seemed to be fine when I did it. So I just wanted to tell you that they are, you know, 3-part, but I think this was, I believe this was the last part in the 3-part. So that might be why it doesn't come through. So I just wanted to put that out there. All right, so now we just need to decide how we want to do this. So I kind of thought that since we only have 2 of these, we would put those in the middle of 2. I think I'm just going to do it like this. So this is how I put my signatures together. I lay everything out the way I think I want it to go, and then I just start putting it together. So like so. There goes my glue. So there's one. And then the last one. Pretty simple. So you have a couple options. We have lots of options of how you want to actually sew your little journals together. You can use a machine to just sew down the middle. Or you can, you know, sew them by hand. I don't know, there's probably other options, but now that I've started saying the options, I can only think of 2. I think what I'm going to do is actually just, I'm trying to think, what do I want to do this time? I don't really want to sew them. I don't always like how that ends up. I'm not the best machine sewer. So I think I'm just going to 3-hole pamphlet stitch these, and I'm going to put the part that gets tied together on the outside so it's pretty. I think that's what I'm going to do. So again, I will pause this and do that, because I don't think you need to watch how I do that. I've done it in other videos. So yeah, I will be right back. Okay, so I have 3 sewn little journals here. So I had said that you could put them in, and I still could, I guess. I don't really have anything that's going up and down per se, I guess. So, okay, you can either put them in this way, all right, so that the journal opens out to the left. Or if you flip it over, as long as none of your pages are, you know, oriented the wrong way, you can put it in this way so that it opens up like this, okay? So completely up to you. I think for this particular book, I'm going to just do them all the same way, but you can do whatever you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I mark the holes again. For this one, it's the exact same process, these should be the same height. They're, you know, a little bit off. And if you notice that your measurements were a little off, it's okay. Just center that template the best you can. It's not a big deal. It happens. And we'll just mark our holes like so, and punch them. I'm going to like just let everything kind of hang out here so that I don't accidentally punch through something I don't want to. I shouldn't, because, you know, nothing should be in the way. However, we all know things happen, so. All right, there's that. And then I just need to pick a couple eyelets, and I think we'll use, I'm thinking, are these the ones? I have some that are slightly bigger. That's it. Okay. I think. Maybe not. This is fun, right? Watching me sort through eyelets. Oops. There's one. Wait. I lost it. Oh goodness. All right. I'm dumping them out. It's easier. I'm just looking at the, whoops. The inside hole of some of them are wider. But it is really hard to tell. That's okay. All right, I'm just gonna use these. It does not matter. This is fine. All right, there we go. All ready to go in our book. All right, guys, so I think, let's see, what do we have left to do? Not a whole lot, mostly decorating. I need to fix the cover. So I will do that here in the next day or so. I think I have a pretty easy fix lined up. And yeah, that should be fine. So I think what we'll do is I will fix the cover. I will get everything ready for decorating, because that's pretty much the next step. And so the next video will be decorating our pages and everything. So that'll be fun. All right, guys, I hope you are having a great day, and I hope the rest of your day is blessed as well. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I do enjoy that. And I will see you next time, guys. Bye.